Just want to show you why you should never paint door hinges and what happens if you do. So this one here, for example, have a look at that. As you turn the door, you see that the rotating part of the hinge, I mean, this is actually the stationary part, that's the rotating part, but as the door rotates, it scrapes the stationary part, the bit that's fixed to the door frame. So there's just not enough gap there to to be able to handle multiple coats of paint over the life of the of a property. Like, you know, who knows, like a lot of times houses get repainted 10 times during the life of a property without changing out the doors and door frames and whatnot. So I mean, like, it doesn't only look pretty bad with, you know, hinges when they're painted. I mean, those ones, like these ones, I can get away with in terms of, because it's not scraping. There's a bit more of a gap there, or both on this side and there's just the way it's designed. It's a bit more of a gap between the rotating parts of the hinge and the stationary part, so it doesn't get scraped off. But I think it just looks better if it's not painted. It's just a bit better attention to detail. But just apart from looks, that's what happens, and that doesn't, you know, it will also over time affect, you know, just how easy and how hard it is to close the door, and it might end up squeaking and whatnot. So, you know, if possible, you should avoid painting door hinges. Sometimes you can get away with it, but so the question here is, you know, why did I paint that hinge then? You know, if you shouldn't paint it, well, because it had already been previously painted. So once it is painted, you got to just keep up with the appearance. You can't just leave it in the old colour, you know. So the only option at this stage is to either replace all the hinges in the house, or strip all of them back to sort of bare metal. And both of those, you know, people usually are not keen to pay for it. You know, sometimes some clients don't mind the extra cost, but you know, it is what it is, I'm afraid. So you'll be hoping that even if you do paint the hinges, you'll be just hoping that there's enough gap there between the rotating parts and the fixed part, and that you can get away with it, and it won't damage the paint, damage the new paint, or they won't make the door a bit harder to move and that sort of stuff. Alright, have a good one, bye.